Vlad TV just banned Aries Spears. But let me tell you how the situation started. So Aries Spears.
I believe that if Diddy put his dick in your ass from the back, you automatically do the Harlem Shake.
So him, he was airing out private conversations with Vlad after Vlad exposed that he paid Boosie $25,000, but Aries Spears was only getting paid $4,000. So he aired out private conversations that he had with Vlad, telling Vlad that he wanted more money.
People have said, yo, the most popular guest that Vlad has on, Lord Jamar, Tony Yayo, Godfrey, Boosie, and Aries. I'm the only one left. Godfrey stopped because of the beef with Farrakhan, as did Lord Jamar. Tony Yayo just doesn't do it anymore. And Boosie wanted a raise. Come to find out, Boosie wanted $35,000 an episode. Wow. He was getting $25,000.
Wow.
So I don't get nowhere near that. And, you know, obviously it's based on the numbers because a lot of Boosie's clips are in the millions. Now, again, I've had a few clips in the millions, but a lot of my stuff, the full interview, probably ranges around 300,000 to 500,000. So I basically said to Vlad, I go, hey, listen, man, I'm not trying to rape you financially. I know I'm not going to ask you for what you gave Boosie. But, you know, come on, man. I mean,
break bread.
Break bread. And he goes, well, your numbers don't generate what Boosie generate. And so I showed him a bunch of, you know, people that quotes and on YouTube and like that and on my phone. And one person said, hey, man, I only buy Vlad subscriptions when I know he's interviewing you. Once the interview's over, I cancel the subscription. Another guy said, hey, man, Aries is a beast. Pay him what you pay in the mother. And blah, blah. So there's a bunch of these. So he goes, so you want me to pay you more based off what people are saying? And I said, listen, man, again, I'm just saying, be fair. People are saying to you, they're buying subscriptions. People are saying to you, they only watch when I'm on. And of all the guys you had that were popular, I'm the last one standing.
Aries and his co-host continued talking about how they gonna try to hold Vlad hostage because everybody else left, including Boosie. If your plan is to hold DJ Vlad hostage because everybody left and you want more money, that's something that you say in your head. That's not a plan that you elaborate out loud, because then he knows where you stand, and after that, the game over. But Aries Spears went the whole way and even started violating Vlad, in my opinion.
What's your take?
Yeah. It's a couple things, and you hit the ones that you needed to hit.
Yeah.
Well, what do you have wanted?
That's beside the point. He asked him to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, a couple grand more.
Yeah.
That you said, you're the last one there, so he's not going to generate numbers. And if you go, where are those numbers going to come from? Now he's going to have to do episodes with people who are doing much less.
Well, here's the funny part. So, of course, he, you know, was being really like, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I said, he kept going, he kept driving that point home. You just gonna let me, you want me to give you a raise based off what people are saying? I said, listen, man, you don't have to keep telling me about what my worth is. You either want to do it or you don't. So then he texted me back a couple hours later and said, you know, we should talk. I re-looked at the numbers and we should talk. So come on, man. What are we doing here?
He told the full story, but he left out one key detail. Vlad believed he disrespected him in the text messages, which essentially led Vlad to banning Aries Spears from the platform completely. Vlad goes on to expose Aries Spears for being rude to his employees and being a diva. Vlad would say that he would show up to the interviews and ask for things that only females would ask for. No male talent would ask for those things, and especially somebody of his caliber. He's not a high caliber interviewee. Nobody wants to pay him $10K for an interview. He's only getting paid $4,000. And that was probably out of love.
To his employees, and then B, being a diva, right? Showing up and asking for things that other people won't necessarily ask for, especially male talent.
The Aries Spears, we started doing interviews around 2016. And I thought Aries was extremely funny. He was witty. He had great impressions. And I just thought he was a talented dude. So we started doing interviews. And in the beginning, it was a little bit slow. And over time, it started to work out. The views went up, people got to know us, and the audience started to increase. Now, the thing about Aries, though, is that Aries would always have issues with things that are going on. So at one point—
Business-wise or just culturally?
Business-wise.
Okay.
Business-wise. So a few years ago, Aries called me, and he was like, yo, man, I can't get any acting gigs because of these clips of me talking about people. Now, it's my fault he can't get acting gigs. It's not because maybe he's not a great actor, or maybe he hasn't done a major movie in 30 years since Jerry Maguire. It's my fault that he's not getting acting gigs. So I said, I'm not removing anything. You know, he wanted all the clips removed. I said, I'm not going to remove anything.
What year was this?
Oh man, maybe about 4 years ago or so, something like that. And, you know, at one point, you know, he stopped talking to me, stopped working. Then at one point he came back and we started doing more work together. My staff would always complain that Aries was disrespectful to them.
Really?
He would show up. At one point, he forgot his towel, right? You see his towel on his leg sometimes because, you know, he sweats a lot because he's kind of overweight. And he forgot his towel. And he's like, yo, I need a towel. And Leo, my video manager, is like, well, here's some paper towels. Like, no, I need a cloth towel. So he made Leo go and run to the store and bring him back a cloth towel. At one point, Aries was complaining because he needed a makeup artist. I mean, literally the only person I've ever interviewed that needs a makeup artist every interview.
I mean,
Every interview, but I'm like, that's cool.
Wait, he needs a makeup artist every interview.
Every interview.
Oh.
Every interview. So there's a makeup artist, shout out to my girl Candace, who comes early to do his makeup, and then he does the show. And I'm like, that's fine, I'll cover the cost. It is what it is.
I don't get to where somebody could be almost worth nothing and still be rude to employees. I don't get how he expected to have a makeup artist every show. You're a man. What do you need a makeup artist every interview for? And it ain't even like you somebody. You are a nobody. Like, nobody barely knows you. If Vlad wasn't helping you out doing them interviews, nobody would know you. He got too many things working against him at once, and he's working against himself. Because if Boosie and TK Kirkland and all the big interviewees, when they come do interviews, they probably don't ask for makeup artists or ask for all them other extra things. And they are high caliber talent. You are a low caliber talent asking for too much. And it's crazy because even after all the disrespect and even after all that over asking for things, Vlad was still willing to listen. And the only reason why Vlad didn't accept the deal was because the disrespect behind it. Like, at the end of the day, Vlad was breaking even and he was still gonna do it. From Vlad's perspective, when Aries Spears was getting canceled, I don't know if anybody remembers, but Aries Spears was getting canceled for doing, I think, a movie or a skit with Tiffany Haddish. It was about Aries Spears playing a child predator, and they took some explicit, inappropriate pictures with the kid. When that was all going on with Aries Spears, Vlad still stepped in and not defended, but he was still riding with Aries Spears. When everybody went and touched him with a 10-foot pole, Vlad was the only one that did an interview with him. So to turn on somebody like that, when everybody's turning on them, and you use that moment to kick somebody when they down, even though they was there with you, help you when everybody was about to cancel you, you still try to use your advantage over this person. You deserve everything that's happening to you.
Out of everyone that I've ever had on my show, like in terms of regular guests, I have seen Aries benefit the most. Because he went in the beginning from doing small comedy clubs to when our stuff started going viral and it started getting, you know, big on TikTok and so forth, things just absolutely took off for him. He got his, you know, and he talked about this on camera, the biggest show he's ever been paid for, Saudi Arabia. Was this the most money you ever made off a single show?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it more than twice you've ever made for a single show?
We're going to stop at the first question.
He did his biggest venue ever. He was doing clubs of maybe like whatever, 100, 200 people. He did a show in Connecticut with 3,000 people. He did a show in LA at the Novo Theater that I went to support. That was like 1,400 people. Aries would always, I have text messages from him. Yo, bro, he did his first Europe tour recently. He's like, yo, I'm in Europe and people are running up to me, mobbing me, quoting me from our interviews. So like, I think like a month and a half ago, he asked to raise his appearance fee again. I looked at the numbers and I'm like, cool, let's do it. Let's do it. The numbers are slowly getting better. And I'm like, yo, let's do it. Makes perfect sense. And he would say things like, yo, to all y'all haters out there who, you know, talking shit about me doing this show, I get 5 digits every time I do an interview here. I get 5 digits while y'all sit at home and do nothing. Shoot. I get 5 digits.
It ain't like I'm on there for free. He pays me.
Correct.
He pays me a nice 5 figures.
Yeah.
So if my choice is either stay home on a Tuesday and do nothing and earn nothing, or go sit down for an hour and a half and walk away with 5 figures where I could not make anything, what am I gonna do?
No, I agree.
I'm gonna make the money and I get to check them.
And I let him run with the story, but that was a lie.
Oh, man.
He was not getting 5 digits.
You know, it's typical hip hop. You know, you got to say you got a color TV when
Right.
everyone got black and white, right?
Exactly. He was making $4,000 an episode,
Okay.
right? $4,000 in
Still pretty good.
Yo, Vlad was helping him out in ways that he couldn't even imagine. Like, if he got the opportunity to go on other podcasts and say that he was getting paid 5 figures each episode or each interview with Vlad, he could go ask that from another person who want to interview him. Oh, I don't do nothing less than 10,000 because Vlad paid me, and I only do that because he get that much views. If you're a lower platform, I might charge you more. So not only did Aries Spears ask for a raise a month and a half ago, when he heard Boosie got his $25,000 from Vlad, he asked for another raise. Mind you, his numbers are the same. It's not like his numbers drastically increased or even increased a little bit. His numbers are still the same, but he's asking for a raise based off comments and based off what somebody else is getting paid.
So the $25,000 thing comes out. I'm out with my kids, right? We're doing like an escape room, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
Right? I'm out with my twins. We're doing an escape room, and I'm enjoying my time with my kids. So then I get these text messages from Aries. Yo, Boosie's getting $25,000. We need to renegotiate. And look at these comments. Look at these YouTube comments. I only watch Vlad TV when Aries on. Yo, Aries needs a raise. Aries is my favorite guest. He's the only one I watched. And I said, well, first of all, you just got raised up. You get nowhere near the views of Boosie. Nowhere near the views. Like, Boosie's just a way bigger figure. Have a conversation based on YouTube comments. He's like, yo, you're not gonna convince me what I'm worth. Look at these people. They say they come only for me, and you need to up my salary.
Oh, it's like a hostile takeover, huh?
And if you don't, then maybe we're done.
Oh, wow. Playing like that.
I said, listen, I'm out with my kids, right? I don't have access to my laptop, to the numbers or whatever else. So I said, all right, I come home. So I get home and I said, yo, now I'm home. Let's have a conversation about the numbers. He said, cool, let's do it. I said, cool, what time works for you? At 5 o'clock, bet. I change around my schedule. I clear my schedule out. And I'm like, okay, me and Aries are gonna have a business conversation at 5 o'clock.
This is where all hell broke loose and Aries finally burnt that bridge with Vlad. And when you hear this, you almost can't even blame Vlad for his response. I gave you a raise a month and a half ago, and you want to ask for another raise based on what you seen online? If I'm Vlad,
5 o'clock rolls around, he doesn't respond. I said, all right, cool. Next morning, maybe around, 10:30, 11 o'clock, I hit him up again. I said, do you still want to have this conversation? You know what he said?
What?
Yeah, at some point. I looked at my phone and I said, I am done with this forever. Fuck Aries Spears. Because here's the thing, right? The whole thing about having your own business and reaching a certain level of success is you get to decide who you want to work with. You get to decide how you want to spend time with the type of people that are respectful, that can have regular business conversations with you, and not people like this who are just jealous-ass pocket watchers. Because here's the thing, right? There's 2 types of jealous pocket watchers out there. There's the broke ones, right? And we've been there before.
Yeah.
But then you got motherfuckers like Aries Spears, who's doing better than he ever has, who's making more money than he's ever made in his whole career. And he's still jealous over Boosie. He's jealous of another man because he's making more money on a platform than him, even though he's making way more money ever. And it clouds his judgment so bad that he wants to crash out. And he doesn't even want to have a conversation. He thinks that these stupid ass comments justify his position. So I said, yo, I'm done. Fuck him. He's not welcome to the platform anymore. I don't give a
No more makeup?
Yeah, no more makeup. I'm sorry, Candace. I'm sorry.
My opinion, he definitely dropped the church's money on this one. Ain't no way you getting paid $4,000 every month. That's about what? 12, 24, $48,000 a year, and then you given a promotional tool that nobody else could get. It's hard to get a platform that has millions of subscribers and millions of viewers, and you could plug anything in. Plus, you making $48,000 and you do one interview a month. He dropped the church's money. Yo, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Do y'all think Aries Spears is a dummy for this, or do y'all think he made this smart business decision move? Let me know. I'll see y'all in the next one. Love you, Bob.